Hello, today I'm going to teach you how to set fonts up in your Showit website. So I'm just going to use one of my website templates for this example. This is the Josephine website template in my shop. And as you can see right up here on the home page, I have a few different fonts that I'm using. And I'm actually using these same fonts throughout the entire website. So I do recommend only choosing 3, maybe 4 at most fonts to use for your branding in your website. That way, it'll keep the design looking clean and cohesive, and it won't look messy. I find that when you land on these websites that have all these different colors and 10 different fonts, it just looks really unorganized and not very professional. So I know that it's really hard to narrow down fonts because there are so many beautiful selections out there and options. I really do recommend utilizing some of those free Google fonts. And if you're looking for something a little more unique, you may want to purchase a few fonts. Now, I want you to keep in mind that whenever you're using a font on your Showit website, you will need it in the format that is .woff. So that is a web font used for websites. So whenever you purchase the font, you want to make sure that you purchase this specific file format. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. And the way to specify the fonts that you'd like to use through your website is actually through the design settings. So underneath the site tab, you're just going to click here on design settings. And then as you can see, there's a tab here for fonts. So click on fonts, and then you have the entire list of all Google fonts that you can use. So for instance, maybe you want to use this font. It's kind of a script font. So what you would do is just say add Google font. And what that will do is add it to your active fonts. Now, you don't want to add a whole bunch of fonts here because the more fonts you have, it will kind of slow down things, the website, as far as loading and all of that. So definitely you can try out as many as you want, but if you decide that you don't really like that font, you can just come right here and click that X to remove it. So that is how you can add any of the Google fonts. And then if you purchased a custom font in that file format I mentioned earlier, you'll need to actually first upload it to your media library. So what you'll do is just hop on over to media library, and I have a folder here, a couple font folders, and as you can see, it's got the correct file type here. So you'll just go ahead and upload into this media library. And then once that's uploaded, then you can come back to those design settings and you can select it from the drop down. So you'll see I have quite a few custom fonts that I've used for my own website and client websites. But once you upload that font, you'll be able to select it from this drop down. So I'll go ahead and show you this as an example of a script font. And you'll just want to name the font here, and then you'll also want to select that you own a license to use it. So you definitely don't want to use a font that you don't own the rights to. So whenever you go to purchase it, just make sure that you're purchasing it for a personal use for one website. And that's really it. So once you do that, you'll just click on Add Custom Font, and it'll add it to that active font list. Now, if you purchased a font, you may be able to basically convert it to that WOF font file. You can do that by using this font generator at Font Squirrel. So you can just click on this and it will let you go ahead and convert it to the correct file format. And that's it. And once you do that, I'm going to go ahead and just X this one out real quick because I don't want it on this website. But once you uploaded your fonts and selected your active fonts, then you'll click over here to your site style. And as you can see, you'll have your title. So whenever you want to add like an H1 tag or a large heading to your website pages, this would be the font. And you can open it up here and basically adjust all of the settings for that title. So you can see this is the font that I have chosen. This is the size, line height, letter spacing, all the different things. I chose to use this one in all uppercase. So you can play around with these settings, and you'll want to do the same for your headings, your subheadings, and the paragraph. Now, just a few notes. I want to let you know that you want to make sure your paragraph font is set at least 16 pixels, and that it's a font that's very easy to read. You don't want to make it difficult for readers to read the paragraphs on your website. If this is a script font or a very hard to read serif font, you're probably going to lose some website traffic relatively quickly. So definitely make sure that this one is an easy to read, a very basic font, and that it's set to at least 16 pixels. Now for your heading, it's going to be a bit larger than your paragraph, and your subheadings probably will too. Of course, your title will. So these fonts can have a little more design to them, a little more character. And once you set those, you'll want to do it for your desktop and your mobile device. Once you do that, you'll just click Save, and you'll be all set. So anytime you come to add a new title, heading, subheading, or paragraph, it will automatically add it like you specified. So you can see, when I go ahead and add this title, let's see, where is it? It's going to add it. I can't seem to select it. Give me 1 second. It's going to actually add it exactly like it was on that design settings screen. So you may still want to or need to adjust it a bit depending on where it is. So you can see here I've added it, but I've also increased the size and changed the color in this instance of it. So that's it. Once you add your brand fonts into Showit and set up those design settings, it's kind of a set it and forget it. You won't have to do it any other time unless you're changing fonts for some reason or just wanting to add new fonts and update the website. But being able to set those things in your design settings will make it very easy moving forward anytime you need to add new text to your website. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions about how to add these fonts or how to purchase, download, and upload any of the fonts, just feel free to reach out to me. My email address is hello@heather-jones.com. And I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.